Hello and welcome back to Barnacle Ben's Ocean Podcast. Today we're talking about an issue with an animal that has been around for about 420 million years. This animal can range from 8 inches to 40 feet and can weigh up to 11 tons. If you haven't already guessed it, we are talking about sharks today. Just a couple fun facts about sharks. The humans are more likely to kill you than sharks are to kill humans. If you didn't know this already, sharks are at the top of the food chain. That's why they are very vital to the entire ecosystem in the ocean. And the threat on sharks today, there's many threats. I stated that wrong. There are many threats that really put sharks at a high risk to being endangered, and that's not what we need. One of the top, there's a couple threats. There's 4 I'm going to list off here, but the top one is shark finning. This is a very cruel way of getting meat. What they do is fishermen will catch the sharks, bring them on the ship, and the shark meat doesn't actually sell for that much. So what they do is they just cut off the fins and throw the alive shark back into the water with no fins, where they sink to the bottom and just drown to death. These shark fins are very valuable in Chinese culture. They're used in Chinese traditional medicine, and they're used in shark fin soup. So they're at a very high demand. It's estimated that 100 million sharks are killed a year for shark fin, and this is not sustainable because sharks mature very old and they produce very little babies. So it's not sustainable to catch that many sharks. This is definitely the number one reason for sharks being endangered. And the second biggest reason is bycatch. When you think of bycatch, you think of dolphins, because that's what we hear all the time. But bycatch affects all kinds of marine life, especially sharks as well. When sharks get caught, the fishermen are usually fishing for tuna or bluefish. And this has a high impact on sharks because it's killing them and they have no way of avoiding it. And the last reason is just a bunch of reasons all mashed together. It's habitat degeneration. Came out a little weird. Climate change, pollution, reef destruction. This is all terrible for sharks. When a reef gets destroyed, this makes it hard for sharks to breed because they can't find other sharks to breed. And it makes it hard for the sharks to hunt for other fish and other mammals. That keeps the ecosystem going. Pollution, oil, plastic, anything you can think of. Obviously, that's not good for any wildlife out there. And climate change, it's different. Sharks have been around for so long, and they're only seeing these numbers now. So it has to be attributed to climate change. If you want to see any sources I used for this podcast, they will be in the description, and I also put it in the email. So that's it. It's been Barnacles Ben's famous podcast. Wishing you a Merry Christmas.